But with that being said, it makes me want to tap into the family aspect of this thing too, right?
Okay.
Because you talked about how all of our things kind of work in sync, and to an extent they do. All of our things do work in sync, and I'm actually really happy that we are all pursuing our own things. You know what I'm saying? Like, low key, my brother is like a Twitch person too, but we don't talk about it, okay? But like, it's almost like everybody kind of has their thing, and all of these things work together. But it has been a heck of an interesting process learning how to work together to get a business going. Wouldn't I say? Would y'all say so?
Yeah, I would also say it's good for us because you get support from each other.
Yeah.
Because what I'm learning that, and I guess I should have known all my life, is that it's hard to start something. You don't have much support. You don't have people, pushing you for that. It seems like you have people, rooting against you.
Yeah.
But yet smiling in your face, And I'm not saying that in a way to hurt nobody's feelings. And I'm talking about friends, family.
It's real. It happens.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That's real. And anybody that's out there that's doing something, they realize that.
Yeah.
That you don't, if you wait on getting a push of words of encouragement from somebody to go somewhere, you will never go somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to do it on your own, and that's all I'm saying. I'm never trying to talk about people. I'm just saying that when your mom was talking earlier about how she wanted to do it, it got to come from in her because nobody's gonna push her
right
to start nothing. And I guess I'll be the same way. But what I'm learning that when I'm listening to the people that you have on, and now that I'm doing this and I'm getting to know people that start and things like that, I tend to try to give them support.
Yep.
Because I know where they're coming from.
Yep.
I see how hard it is when they always say support Black businesses and stuff. I've always just heard it through one ear and it go out through the other one.
Right.
I never put the onus on the fact that how people struggle, how we don't help each other, and it has to start with us.
Absolutely.
So this allow me now, like when if we gonna do something and stuff, we want to be to the point where we start, doing things about Black people, for Black people, helping Black people and stuff. And not only, but you want to do it for everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
This is our particular struggle.
Exactly.
This is one that we relate to. It's not knocking anybody else's struggle, but this is our struggle, the one that we understand.
Maybe we can open doors and stuff like that to help somebody. Maybe eventually, like we're in the candle business, maybe we find somebody that's Black that we can buy from. That we can get things from, that not only just sell and take
distributors,
money, but you end up helping people.
Yeah.
See, that's the idea. But like I said, I never, like I'm saying, 60, and these thoughts just coming to me.
Right.
It's young people that got these thoughts and they running with it.
Yeah.
You understand? There's some people out there got that spirit of ownership and stuff like that. And I respect that. Anybody that's young out there, man, I'm saying great job for starting something and being something because, man, I see how hard it is, and I want to, thumbs up to y'all. And, and that's all I'm saying. I don't want to talk about anybody, just saying, I just see the support that people don't get, you know. And I wish that you got the support like that, when you giving things out, you think people, will spread the word and help you and stuff like that. Like they do with they get on there and go tell their friends about Dawn soap, has some bomb soap, that's some bomb syrup, but that's this and that, all white folks stuff.
Yeah.
When we do our stuff, you run something nice or something like that.
Yeah.
You go tell the person, man, that smell good. Don't come back and tell me. Go tell 10 other people.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what I'm saying. Just like if you get like merch or something, and your merch is the bomb. Hey, tell them like, hey man, this company here, they did a great job.
Yeah.
You know, this where you are to get your stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's and it may happen like that. And that's how I'm going.
Weak in there.
Right.
Weak in there. Because that's essentially what's being created now in this network that we building through the show. That's exactly what we created now. Right. And that's the part that I love about it. You know what I'm saying? Like people like people like Trey share, you know what I'm saying? Be sharing the stuff all day, you know what I'm saying? And like I'll share his stuff right back. And you know, even when Chris hit me up for the website, it's just like I'm glad that we collaborating in the ways that we collaborating now, because we get to, even on this platform, show that we can work together. This is what it looks like when we work together. This is how successful we can be when we work together. You know, it's just like if I know somebody, oh, you got a catering event and you in St. Louis, well, I know who to call. Get Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? You need some shirt made, I know who to call. Call Rasheed. It's like it's somebody favorite photography, call Donald. You know, things like that, where it's just like we know people. And I think these are the things that they probably had like way back in like the 60s when they had stuff like that, where it's just like, nah, go to the shop up the street. And even when you think about grandpa, your dad, like when they would be down in that garage, everybody in the city knew they could go to that garage and get that car worked on, because that's what they did. And it's just like, we need that back. We need to create that sense of unity once again in our communities, because if we don't hold each other up, ain't nobody else gonna do it.
You're absolutely right.